Biafrans, it don't happen, oh. It don't happen. It don't shele for President Bola Tinubu. FBI is knocking. FBI is coming to Aso Rock. FBI have given President Bola Tinubu few days, approximately 9 days from today. Hey, to do the see something is fishy somewhere. Is it because of Atiku or is it because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Is it because of the Nkuru Miri case? A lot of things is going on. No, remember, FBI, the Interpol with the Niger NDLA work together to arrest one at Lekki, this big man in Lekki. See, a lot of things is going on, and FBI will be coming to knock at President Bola Ahmed Tinubu door at Aso Rock very soon, in 9 days' time, or probably it can be sooner. Like they have said that they are going to release the document of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu activities in US, Chicago. A lot is going, and the threat is becoming so glaring that it's going to happen. But like I said, I normally say, but I want to tell you the relationship between Nigeria, past presidents, and the US, how they constantly visit the US occasionally. In fact, more than we'll start from former President Olusegun Obasanjo. How many times he visited the US, and why is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu not visiting the US ever since he assumed office as the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria? What is really going on? Number one, President Olusegun Obasanjo, as Nigeria President, made 9 separate visits to the United States while in office. 9 visits. That means in 8 years, he visited US in 9 visitations. 9 separate visitations, and 5 of those were working visits. 5 of those were working visits. 2 were to have a private meeting with President George W. Bush. 1 was to attend the G8 Economic Summit in Georgia, while the last was to attend the funeral of former President Ronald Reagan. You see, 9 visits as a president of Nigeria by former President Olusegun Obasanjo. While late Alhaji Musa Yar'Adua, even with his short stay in office, remember that man died after 2 years in office or thereabout, also made 2 separate working visits to the United States of America, including White House meeting with George W. Bush. This is late Musa Yar'Adua. While former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan made 4 major diplomatic visits to the US while in office. 1 was working visit. 1 was to attend Nuclear Security Summit as acting president. 1 was to meet with President Barack Obama, while the last was to attend the landmark US African Leaders Summit. Even when President Barack Obama was against his second term, should I call second term or third term? Let me say second term. Do you know the role President Barack Obama played in in making former President Ebele Jonathan not to assume the office? In fact, US contributed to former President Ebele Jonathan out of office. They contributed with then late Buhari and this same Tinubu to kick Jonathan out of office. I don't want to go down. That is a story for another day. Then President Muhammadu Buhari also traveled to United States for 4 primary ministerial summits. But President Bola Ahmed Tinubu appears to be the only Nigerian president since 1999 who has not visited the United States for presidential meeting, working visit, diplomatic engagement, nuclear summits, or even other major bilateral engagements. Even at the last United Nations General Assembly high-level sessions in New York, President Tinubu sent Vice President Kashim Shettima instead. President Tinubu is certainly not known as a president who dislikes traveling. In fact, traveling has been one of the most visible aspects of his administration. So why has the United States been different? This is a deliberate reason President Tinubu has avoided Washington despite importance of Nigeria and US relationship. Importance of Nigeria and US relationship. Is there something stopping him from following the footsteps of his predecessors or whatever by visiting United States and meeting President Donald Trump, or is there any, or is this simply a matter of diplomatic strategy? We are just asking. In fact, I will attach the pictures of all these presidents meeting all Nigeria president meeting other US presidents on this video. So FBI is coming. See, we need to pray for President Bola Tinubu. A lot is going on. This is not just about article requested for this. You all know that there is a big problem between president, and it is just 10 days, 10 days or 9 days, as at the day of making this video. It's left with 9 days. Share the video and share your thought on this. May God bless you all.